Hey, what's up everybody? I'm John Outman from PHLster Holsters, and with me today is Jeff Blutman from Arm Dynamics. It's not that often that we come out with something really new. We've been offering a very limited and specific line of products for quite some time now, and we don't tend to get involved in a project unless there's a problem that we want to address. Now, to be honest, the problem we're addressing here is kind of a niche problem, but those of you who are involved in this niche are going to know exactly what we're talking about, and hopefully get a lot of benefit out of what we've come up with here. So every once in a while, we'll add a new gun to our line of products, and we felt like in the tradition of supporting the most robust and well-performing popular pistols over a long period of time, we thought it was time to add the J-frame Smith & Wesson revolver to our lineup. So specifically the 642, 442 models, those are the ones with the, I think it's either like a 2-inch barrel, exactly.
1 7/8.
Yeah, 1 7/8 inch.
I'm a gun geek.
They've got the 1 7/8 inch barrel. They've either got the shrouded hammer or the exposed hammer. 5-shot 38 special J-frame revolver. And in our exploration of developing this product, we discovered the biggest drawback of a low-capacity revolver. That is the speed and efficiency with which you can reload it, and added to that, the added difficulty of having to reload it one-handed. Now, one of the things we really like about appendix carry, and especially a semi-automatic pistol in appendix carry, is that if you're forced to remedy it with one hand, you can basically go back to the holster for that. You know, you can stow your gun in the holster after ejecting the magazine, access the magazine on your person, preferably wearing it forward to the hip so you can access it with either hand, and you do the whole reload in the holster and go to work. So we like the idea of going back to the holster, not just as a place to carry the gun, but also as part of the overall solution of how you're going to operate it. And we were looking at the J-frame, and we were exploring the methods and strategies for reloading it one-handed, and we were astonished at what an absolute catastrophe that operation is. So what we did is we sat down to develop an option for this holster, because it's not going to be entirely standard, because not everybody's going to want to have to do this, basically. You know, for a lot of people, the J-frame is a backup gun, it's a second pistol, and the necessity of reloading it one-handed isn't there. But for those of you who do have that necessity, this holster is going to come in 2 flavors, which I'll show you later, one of which features this ability, which we've built into the holster. And from here, we're going to get into discussing that and how we're going to apply it. At this point, I think I'm going to break out into another screen, show you guys the holsters, and then come back. And when we cut back, we're going to be talking to Jeff, and he's going to show you how we're going to demonstrate this reload. So by the time you see this video, this holster will be available on our website. We're calling it the City Special, which is kind of a fun tribute and homage to classic holster makers, given the old school nature of the J-frame revolver. So we thought that would be appropriate. This holster is going to come in 2 styles. The basic holster is a lot of what you've seen from us before, a very slim, slick, minimalist, single loop appendix carry solution for it. I'll show you how the gun fits in. It's got the little ambidextrous body shield with plenty of clearance for the cylinder, so we don't have to like cut it away or do anything funky with that. This is going to be the standard way it comes. We assume that most people aren't going to be pushing really hard and carrying the J-frame exclusively, because it'll be like a backup gun or whatnot. And in my where my money is, if this gun runs out of ammunition, it's time for me to run away. But for those of you who do certain kinds of work, or maybe have a need for this, where this J-frame is kind of all you can carry, or you've got some other circumstance going on where this is the best tool selection for you, and that it's what you're limited to, we've made it with this option. The the shielding on both sides comes up higher in order to engage the cylinder better, and we also cut it away so that you can clear the cylinder lug when you go to reload the gun. So the way it works is, I'll show you in detail because it might be hard to see during the demonstration, is that you'll open the cylinder, run your fingers through the frame, dump the brass, and then invert the gun and insert it like that, such that you're trapping the gun between your holster and your belt with the cylinder exposed, so that when you come in with your speed loader, and you can do this with a speed strip or whatever, you've got a good clearance to access all the chambers. Dump your rounds in there, get your speed loader, draw this out of the holster, and you're good to go. Now, this doesn't make reloading a revolver with one hand as easy as pie. This is still a challenging, limited weapon. It definitely has its limitations. However, our goal was to keep it consistent in terms of the other kinds of training that you already do. You know, if you carry a semi-automatic pistol sometimes and you're used to coming back to the holster to do that one-handed reload, we wanted to make sure that if you have to switch it up and work with a J-frame, you're not in a situation where you then have to recall and deploy this entirely vastly more complex skill set in order to use this. You can keep it consistent with your other kinds of training, and you can also you know, just be more efficient in general. You're not stuck trying to cram this in your pocket or cram it in your belt, or you know, just being completely utterly hopeless. You can go back to your holster, and it's got some features that make it a better tool for this application.
Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate the one-handed reload with the revolver. For the purposes of this, I'm going to be doing with my dominant hand only. My support hand's just going to be like chilling, okay, injured, whatever, holding a baby. Okay, so from here, I'm going to go ahead and draw the gun up. I start to get some clicks. That's my indication that I need to reload. Go ahead and access the cylinder release. Go ahead and dump those shells out. From there, I go right to the holster, and you can see that it's nicely contained in there. I go ahead and reach across my body. That's typically how I would carry a speed loader, and line up the holes, hitch the speed loader, bring it across my body, and then I can go ahead and re-engage. So pretty nice and streamlined, and I like the fact that Hauptmann, you know, took an already existing technique as far as reloading a semi-automatic pistol and made it accessible for revolver users. Okay, again, you know, this is the kind of thing where the fastest reload for a revolver is a second revolver, and depending on your distance of threat, you may want to deploy another option, i.e. one of these neat little TDIs, which mine is really rusted, in the K-bar fight-worthy sheath that John does. And now for a historical reference, the way that I learned to reload one-handed, which was the best thing that I had seen up until then, would be this. So I drop my gun, bang, 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 click, click, click. Okay, from there, I'll go ahead and eject the shells, close the cylinder, turn it over in my hand, stick the, I'll try to keep it in front of my body, cylinder, the grip up into my belt line, then open the cylinder, kind of pull it up a little bit more, access my fresh rounds, and oftentimes what will happen is I can't actually clear all those cylinder holes, the chambers. So what I would do is just get two in whilst dumping the rest out. Roll it back over, get the gun out, or come to the top of the belt as it may be. Click, 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 bang, bang, click, click. And now, essentially, I've got only two of my 5 chambers loaded, and you can see it's kind of like a clusterfuck. So this is a better way to do it, in my opinion.